It's your boy Jus Otto. Project coming soon. Finally made it. Can't tell you too much about it, but y'all gotta stay in tune, man. Family never die. That's all I gotta say, man. Y'all stay in tune. Great interview. Bow.
She like what you like, well it depends. I'm a leader, I don't follow other trends. I do what I want, you doing what you can. What's up, girl?
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Sicarah, and you already know you are now tuned into On The Run. Today I have with me a very special guest, a music artist who goes by the name of Jus Otto. What's up?
What's up?
Thank you for being here. I appreciate your time. You make really good music. I just want to say that. Yes. You're so welcome. And I do want to start out with your lyrics because your lyrics stood out to me, your voice as well. But I want to start off with, sometimes you take some L's, you lose. I can tell you because I'm living proof. And I thought that was so good. That's from your single, What You Like. And I'm very impressed with like artists who are talking about various topics, and I feel like that's like a very important topic because everyone does take losses. It's just inevitable. So how would you say some of your L's have helped shape you in a positive manner?
I just never try to look at the negative. I just try to look towards the positive. Like, I try to put myself in someone else's shoes instead of me thinking myself, you know? Because I think that's what everybody tries to do, just thinking in perspective. So I try to see it in both perspectives, and I don't get mad at it, it just motivates me. So that's just me. So when I say I'm taking L's, everybody take L's, so I put that in my song, you know what I mean? So people feel that, you know? I just want to make music that people feel. Yeah. And just to that reference, that wasn't really my bar. I think that was Kino.
Got you.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was probably Kino, but I just sung over his bar. That's what I thought, like what he said. But I if you listen to it again, probably I don't know, but it's definitely with Kino. I know.
Okay, definitely. I mean, that's the good thing. I want to say you do have a lot of features, and I think that's incredible. And I wanted to know, how do you have so many? Like, are these people you know already, or they reach out to you, you reach out? How does that process work for you?
So I just really just reach out. I just always been that type. Like, if I want a song with you, I'm gonna hit you up, see how much the price is, and then I just work from there. And if someone just want to just work with me, like off the strength of just like not charging me, you know, some people they charge you. I don't get mad at it because you gotta perfect your craft, and I understand it. But where I'm not at the level yet to charge people, even where I'm at, you know, people think I'm like this big person, like I should start charging people, but like it's like, nah, you know.
I get you, definitely. I mean, that's something I did want to talk about. How long have you been making music for?
Like 3 years now.
Interesting. What made you start? I mean, your voice is really dope musically, and I'm just curious to know, when was that moment where you were like, okay, this is what I'm going to use with my God-given talent?
Sheesh, I don't even know. I don't know. I just grew up in like a church background, so my mom, she always sung. So I just always stick to singing. When I grew up, I listened to Mario, Usher. That was my favorite two. Just those two. I just listened off the strength of Usher and Mario. That was it. I was just satisfied with that. And then I started getting into Lil Wayne and started getting into rap music. So I really wasn't into rap music until like when I got older, to like high school. Then I found Chief Keef. It was over from there. Yeah. Nah, I don't even like that song like that.
Really?
That shit not. That's not his best song. That's not how I feel. I don't like love songs. I don't like songs like that. I like the underground songs that he got.
That's so interesting. So, like, who were the other artists that you were listening to? Because I feel like Love So, that was that song that really popped him off. So to hear that that's not the song that you rock with, I'm curious to know the other artists that you're into.
I can't even tell you. I just like a lot of underground rappers. Like New Jersey, I like New Jersey music. They got a lot of nice artists out there. They got an artist called Trey Twiz. You don't know about it, but you gonna know about it. He signed a Fat Boy SSE. If you really do your research, yeah, he did. I don't think he signed, but he's like has a code, you know.
Yeah.
You know how people do. Yeah.
Business.
So, and then also, yeah, just Jersey. Cause I got a feature with Max YB on my FND project, and he's from Jersey. Yeah, he signed to MMA.
Oh wow, nice. Okay, so yeah, you definitely have you in your research. I think that's valid. Very important as a music artist coming up. You have to know who's the who and who's doing what.
Yeah, so that.
And I do want to talk about FND. I noticed in your music videos, t-shirts, bomb. I love them. Family never dies. I think that is a line that stands out to everybody because A, family is important to people. Nobody wants to see family and die linked together, but then you put never, so it makes the point valid. Yeah, so explain to me how that came about.
I kind of put like when I kind of sort of thought about it, my friend, her name is Marcia, she came up with a design. It was this one. This is the first logo.
Oh, nice.
And it was just like the diamond, and I was like, it just stuck out to me, like the diamond, just the diamond itself. I was like, I gotta create something that's more plain, so I just, and then put it on the side. You know, I just try to play around with it. Now I'm at the point where I'm actually making my shirts, and you know, so it's tiring, but. When I first started, it was real hard because I didn't know where to start from. I just knew I wanted to do it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So music came before fashion.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Was there anybody, like any music artist that you seen coming up and pushing their brand where you be like, all right, I like that, or something that caught your attention?
I think it was just honestly Cheap Kid. I seen like when I grew up, I used to buy his T-shirts, like a Blow Game T-shirt. And I always used to buy his merch because that's something important that an artist should have. Like that's how you keep your side hustle. That's how you keep your money up. So as long as you got your merch and your brand, you're gonna be good. You don't even gotta drop music. Literally, you just chill.
No, that's so true. And I'm curious to know. So singing wise, because you said Usher, you said Mario, heavy singers.
Mm-hmm.
So that means, would you ever drop like a full single, you know, like it could be a whole singing single or like a whole EP with just singing?
Oh yeah, I want to do something like that, but I want to put it to a good budget. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I got dreams of making songs with like Ty Dolla $ign and Sway Lee. That's like that's what's gonna hit it over for me. Ty Dolla $ign and Sway Lee.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about Ty Dolla $ign. It's like every time he come on a feature, it's just different. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Sway Lee is just a hit. Sway Lee, that's just good.
Yeah, I can definitely see that for sure. I mean, that's interesting because I always ask artists, like if you could have two artists on one song, who would you pick?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say if it was produced by DJ Khaled or someone like that. Would you put Sway Lee and Ty Dolla $ign on the same record with you, or you would do like a different mix?
No, that's going together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that gotta go together. But producer wise, I'm not sure. I like a lot of underground producers. I don't know. It's a lot.
No, there's a lot out there for sure. I did want to talk about you also being from the Bronx because there's like valid producers from the Bronx. I mean, it's home of hip hop anyway. So did coming up from the Bronx like influence you musically in any way, or?
Not really, but I know my brother. He was always rapping. Like, we used to go to school and he'd just always be freestyling. I'm like, yo, what you doing? Just chill. Nah, freestyling off the wall.
Wow.
So yeah, so I feel like him just doing that, I was like, oh yeah, you know, I could do that too, okay. Got a little something, but I'm gonna do it differently, you know? Because when I started making music, my brother came to me, he was telling me like, oh, you going in the singing lane, But I didn't know I was going in the singing lane, I was just literally just being me. I didn't know I was technically singing, but.
Right, I feel like when it's authentic to you, it's not something you really label, not something you really concentrate on, you just let it flow and you let it come out. Yeah, so I'm curious to know, where do you feel like you write your best lyrics or what inspires you?
That's a great question. That's really a great question. So, my most best inspiration is probably when I used to go to Albany, so I used to be on a bus a lot. So when I used to go back home, come back. I used to just write on the bus. Like everybody be sleeping, I just writing. Probably just, I make like 5 songs and I get to the city and I'll literally record those songs. So I probably book a session that day.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know, I guess being on the road and seeing different things probably is the best inspiration for me.
That's really dope. Especially, so like, did you go to school in Albany? Because Albany, that's a far
Yeah, I
travel.
went to college.
Okay, that makes sense. So people out there who are not really from New York, Albany is pretty far from the Bronx, like, just so you know. Like, crazy. I haven't even been to Albany. I'm like, nothing.
You haven't?
No.
No?
Far.
It's really a party city.
Yeah, I heard.
Crazy. I actually used to throw parties and stuff, and I know my mom wouldn't be proud of it, but you know, I used to throw parties in the city just to make a little, in Albany make some money. But it used to be good because I used to network.
Mm-hmm.
I had 100 females coming in. Now, you can't get in here unless you get my IG. That's just how I feel.
Yo, that's
And then
smart.
that's how I get it. You feel me? So then they go like my picture, and they see, oh, you got 9,000 followers. Oh, go. You feel me? So
Yeah.
it's just from there. You gotta network yourself.
No, that's valid. That's so true. I think networking is key, and a lot of people sleep on that. So that's a very valid point. So I want to quote some more of your lyrics. So from Days, you said, came from a good home, but I'm from the jungle. I think that's a really great line because a lot of people don't realize just because you came from a certain place does not mean that you can't become whatever it is that you dream of. So I just want to talk about what exactly does that line mean to you?
I mean, my parents, I came from a Catholic school, so my parents always looked for the best life for me. So it was just like stuff like that kept me away from bad attention. And then when I came, probably to go play basketball, I probably seen stuff that I shouldn't have seen, you know, just certain stuff like that's probably where I got that ball. It just came to my head, and I was like, yeah, I was in a good home in this year, you feel me? But you know, everybody know how that go.
No, that's true, and I think a lot of people can relate to that. And I feel like there are artists out there who really did come from a good home, but they skip that whole part and they just like talk about all the other stuff.
Yeah, fuck shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, but if that's not true,
It's not true, man.
right?
Cut it.
No, that's valid. I respect the fact that you're so honest in the lyrics, like, and also I love, right? And I was saying this on the way here, how you have your music videos with the same group of people, and I love this because you said it's the game. We won't change. We won't let up. We won't switch up for the fame, and that is super dope from your song. You can't change because we always see people change, no matter what. Yes, so.
But I feel like just sticking to your roots is where you gotta stay. I seen a lot of artists stick to their roots, like Chief Keef. I seen him stick to his roots, so I stick to my roots. That's just how I just want to come up.
So I'm curious to know, what is your main goal musically? I know you said you want people to feel you, but ultimately, is it to release a certain amount of albums, projects, certain impact?
I think when I first started, I wanted to put out so much music. I just wanted to give it to them all. But like I kind of slowed down, trying to give people like the visual of what I'm saying. Because I feel like if you keep putting it out, you're not gonna be, I mean, you kind of get the same answer, you know what I mean? So you kind of got to change it up, spice it up, and they see, oh, this is how you got that, you know? So.
No, that's fair, definitely.
You know, I got a project coming up July 9th. It's basically a day after my mom's birthday. So.
Nice.
That's when I'm kind of dedicated to it.
What's the name of the project?
Finally Made It.
Nice, okay. Why did you name it Finally Made It? What is it that makes you feel like this is the proper title right now?
Because I think it's like everybody sees Finally Made It and everyone's like, oh, Steve think he finally made it. No. It's like basically you think of it, it's two perspectives. I don't really want to give it all, but you know, when it drops, you're gonna see it.
I just want to find out, I always have to ask, what's the most meaningful song you've created so far and why?
I want to say No More. I don't think people heard it. It's a song with me and a girl named Melissa and my friend named Vaughn from Albany. And yeah, we made a track. It was basically like the first song my mom ever listened to.
Really? Nice.
And like really knew the words to it. So I was like, nah, yeah, I know I'm going to the right direction.
Were you scared to let your mom listen?
At first, but I knew what she would like.
Mm-hmm.
So when I made that song, I was like, yeah, I knew my mom would like this. So I sent that to her. And she's like, oh yeah. But I wasn't back home yet, so my brother was bumping it, and then he used to send me videos of them bumping it together, like literally knowing the words. I was like, nah, that's crazy. I was like, yeah.
That's love. That's what's up. So where can people follow you? Stay tuned. Where can they get the merch? Family Never Dies.
Man, Jus Otto. And the merch, Family Never Dies Worldwide. FND. FND Live. That's the other page. We got like 3 pages, man. FND, man. I'm trying to sign a couple of artists. I got like 3 artists. Let me tell you about that.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. So I got one FND Kino. Probably talked about him through this whole interview. So yeah. The second one, Eli Boo. He's from Flint, Michigan. And there's another. His name is FND Dreezy. Yeah, that was actually my first one. So I had to save it for last. So FND Dreezy from Flint, Michigan too as well. So yeah, I'm just trying to get into trying to put on. You know?
That's valid, and that's exciting. I didn't really know that you had a label, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how long have you had the label for?
Since I started, pretty much.
Okay,
Like
so
rapping.
you always knew.
Yeah.
Okay.
First song I said FND. Go check it, man.
Yes, I love that.
Came from a go home, but I'm from the jungle. Close to the friends that a nigga say fuck you. Yeah, man, you say you my brother, man. How you really